Exploring your world begins in your own backyard, but that's just the first step. In this half hour, we'll show you the world beyond your backyard.
Oh, hello. How are you? When did you get here? Hi. This is much better because I was very lonely. My name is Richard Chudnow, and I am a co-owner of Comedy Sportz, and I do everything else that nobody else will do. That's what I do. I pick up things that are lying around, and people don't see those things lying around. Comedy Sportz is competitive team improvisation, which means there are two teams, three people on each team. There's two dugouts, there's AstroTurf, there's penalties, there's a winner, a loser, a scoreboard, referee who calls the penalties. By the way, it's not about sports. A lot of people think Comedy Sportz is about sports. It's not. It's a sport. It's the sport of improv, the sport of clowns, we call it. So that all the trappings of sports are there, plus there's audience participation. That's what's different from other sports. So when you're watching a football game, you don't get to go down on the field and run a play. But here you do. I had seen theater sports in Canada, or Seattle actually. A guy named Chris Keene introduced that to us. Chris Keene was a guy who was in Kentucky Fried Theater with us in Madison. And theater sports was great, except that it was not meant for kids, it was just adults, because basically it was based around improv, and in improv anything can happen. And there's no constraints, so that sometimes the scenes would get a little very off color, and they could say pretty much whatever they wanted, and there was no time limits, so that you go on and on and on and on and on. It would be like rugby, where the play just keeps on going, as opposed to football, where you have a little play, and if you didn't like that play, then you got another play coming up right after that, which is what we do. We have 3-minute time limits, so if you didn't like that game, we have another one coming up right away. And I had an improv group, and this seemed to be a perfect thing for them to do, to change it into a sport instead of just an improv show that was judged on improv quality as opposed to laughs. So we decided that it was more important to make people laugh than to be really good. That doesn't sound right, does it? No, it doesn't. But we got better and better as we went along. So the audience is the most important thing in our show. There's 100 games that we have to choose from.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your starting lineups for tonight's match between the Sparklers and the Dendrites. Starting out for your Sparklers, it's Tim, last of the Mohegans. After Tim, watch out, because here comes Keaton, Lightning Bolt, Holt. And captain of your Sparklers this evening, Matt Trifrost Gardens. Starting up for your Dendrites, it's Bill, bring it on, Bartell. After Bill, here comes Brian, his honor Green. And captain of your Dendrites this evening, Dylan El Gato de la Noche de la Soul. And the main man in the middle, torn between the two teams, Tom
like showdown music?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Now, in a moment, we're all going to count down from 3. When we get to 1, Kenjamin's going to start some showdown music. Then these two will begin moving towards each other, engaged in a battle of tongue chicken. All right? Tongues must remain out as you walk towards each other. The first person to be unconfident in their own sexuality will lose, and the remaining player with his tongue still out will get to issue the first head-to-head challenge. This is a treat for you. All right? Everybody count down with me. 3, 2, 1. Must remain out. Eyes can be closed. They should have been closed.
No, leave the lights on.
All right, very old school, but Brian wins.
First off, I don't feel like I won anything. We challenged to the game of what are you doing?
You've been challenged to what are you doing? Do you accept?
Yes.
Very good. Would you like to initiate or receive?
We will initiate.
Very good. We will receive.
We'll receive.
But thank you. In the game of what are you doing, what's going to happen is we'll get a suggestion, and then the dendrite player will be up here. When they begin, he will initiate any action at all. He might go like this. Then this player will ask that player, what are you doing? This player can respond with anything. He might say, I'm walking a dog. This player will begin doing what that player says. Start walking a dog until that player asks this player, what are you doing? This player can say, I'm brushing my hair. Then this player will begin brushing his hair. Now, it's going to go back and forth like that until somebody's eliminated. You might be wondering how people are eliminated. Yeah, I heard that. Very good. Thank you for asking. I'll tell you right now. If they repeat something that's already been said, like I'm brushing my dog or I'm brushing my hair, that's brushing twice. They will be out of there. Let's all do that together. They will be out of there. If they stutter or stammer in any way, hesitate, like going, they will be out of there. If what they say looks too much like what they're doing, like I'm slapping myself in the thigh, they will be out of there. If they spit on any of these lovely people, they will be out of there and wet. All right, let's get to.
What are you doing? Getting a racket for my racquetball.
Look at this! This is
What are you doing?
Watching you play racquetball, being told I'm not old enough.
What do you mean? I can't be this age to
What are
play
you doing?
that sport. Wikipedian racquetball, because I don't know what it is. What are you doing?
I got a really cool pair of goggles.
Oh, these are so cool.
What are you doing?
I'm going to the racquetball courts.
Oh, this is awesome. making a fawn. What are you doing?
Kissing Ryan Braun.
You know, one of the games maybe we'll take a suggestion for an occupation, a designer, and then we'll do a scene based on that suggestion, but we have to do it in Shakespearean tongue.
I can't believe it. I got off of that Carnival cruise ship. Right before it crashed. I wonder where I bloody am. Hello. Excuse me, man.
Hi. Oh my goodness, it's Justin Bieber.
Not the Justin Bieber, but just another Justin Bieber who just so happens to sing.
Wow.
Can you tell me where I am?
Welcome to Thailand.
I love your volcano chicken.
Dude, Justin, so glad we found you, man. Heard you jump ship. I had to jump and swim all the way after you, man.
I hate karaoke, man. Let's see who's on guitar.
I saved the guitar so we can actually sing. Why don't you sing your big hit for us? Here, before you do, have one of Carla's spring rolls. At Carla's house of spring rolls. Carla, good to meet you. Hi. I'm Johnny. You're Johnny, Justin Bieber's roadie. I know, because I follow Justin Bieber.
You're really something, man. Let me just grab that up here.
Oh, Justin Bieber, sing for me.
Hey, you know the song, Whole Lotta Rue?
Yeah.
Can you give it to me in a seat?
All right.
A whole lot of room. What a whole lot of room. That sauce just ain't thick enough. Whole lot of room.
Do a scene for 30 seconds based on designer, and then the other team does the exact same scene, but they're given emotions, so they have to do that scene in different emotions. Then the first team comes in and does the exact same scene, but they have accents. So they have to do that entire scene in French, German, and English accents. And that's called mega replay. Switch interviews, where you just get suggestions from the audience and you're interviewing a person, and then you switch and someone else comes up and you interview them.
Welcome back to Cudahy today. As we all know, the best thing to do in Cudahy is to get the heck fire out of Cudahy. With me today is my own personal travel agent, Herb. Herb booked me on a romantical type vacation.
Yeah, that's right. You know, there, what we're going to do is, well, you come into my office last week.
Right.
And you walk up to me and he says, I want to go on a romantical type of place.
Absolutely.
So the first thing I thought of was Door County.
Oh.
But then I thought, hey, what's better than Door County? An island just off the coast of Door County. Washington Island.
You know, if it said Rock Island, it would have been like, whoa, Herb, you gone too far. But you brought it back
I know you. I know you. Your wife, I know you. So I says to you, why don't you go to Washington Island?
It's true, and we did. I left the missus up there. I've been so gosh darn happy.
Welcome back to the show. We have a construction worker with us today, kids. Isn't that exciting? This is a class, 4th graders, who are here to find out about construction. Maybe they want to do it, maybe they don't. Tell us a little bit about it.
That's great, because after the on-the-job accident with the ball-peen hammer, I now have the intellect of a 4th grader. Construction is great. You get to have your lunch in a little box.
Really?
And there are shiny things everywhere.
about that lunch?
Well, the lunch is great. There's bologna and an applesauce sandwich. I made it myself.
Really?
Yeah. If you don't eat by 10 a.m., the applesauce soaks right through the bread.
And there's rhyming games or singing games, duck, duck, goose, stuff like that. Duck, duck, goose. What?
Woe is me, witness nothing. I stare at the spot that holds a ring, and what's inside that I do bleed. Oh, this dear girl, go with me.
I see you are.
That's right. I want this ring, I'll buy it now, I'll buy it right now. Anyhow, I must have this ring, dear sir. Can I please purchase it, or maybe at least get a look before I must defer it?
Like the sun rising in the east and setting in the west. So magnificent light shine through. Except this humble offering for you.
I must take this from you, good sir, right there. I can just hold the ring and take it to her. She only waits outside and notices clouter. Excuse me as I go from behind your counter.
The counter exists only in the mind. There is no true separation between that which is and is not, and that which you have, you will have not as soon as you have signed away everything. Oh!
Oh, snap.
Honey, how much did you spend? I was out in the mall. If you don't spend enough, my old boyfriend I'll call. I don't like you. How much did you spend? Love is crap. Give me cash or
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she sure ain't messing with no broke.
Oh. Hey, dude, you're supposed to be watching me, man. Come on, focus.
Listen, I'm a little distracted. Last night, I met this chick, and boy, did I explore her.
Oh, it sounds out of my league. I don't think I can afford.
Hey, I got a picture of her. It's right here. She's, I think she's Taiwanese. Did you ever meet Tsubishi?
I saw her at the bar, the one with all the neon.
Yeah. You know, I got her number. I followed her around. I totally had to track her.
Troy, sir?
No doubt, man.
what I found out? I'm a Libra and she's a Taurus.
Taurus, man, I always look out for them. I'm like, whoa, Taurus, dodge.
Not really sure if I'm crocheting right. I might be doing needlepoint. At any rate, I've made our family crest.
It looks great. It's an arm and hammer.
As my great-great-grandma would say,
Boy, that's Aquafresh.
That's true. Nana sure is weird and senile these days. I mean, back working at the steel mill, making all those really, really cold gates.
that's right. When she came home, she'd give us each a gold dollar. Oh, I remember. She'd flick it in the air, and the sun would shine on it, and oh, did it gleam.
Oh, man, I like Twilight, the vampire sparkle.
Oh, look! It's the smoker's tooth polish.
Teams up, new player.
There was this, we have Comedy Sportz all over the country, and there's one in Quad Cities, and the guy, the manager, the owner in Quad Cities, had his son play when the son was like 20, and I thought, oh man, that'd be great if Nick could play someday, because you're playing together, you're on the same team or you're on opposite teams, and it's great. We offer whatever you need to be a better human being. If you want to take a workshop and you want to someday be a player, we take our players through the workshop. If you're in a business, you want to be a better presenter better speaker, you take workshop for that. Just gives you more confidence. So workshops are a big part of our company. Team building workshops, we do a lot of those. We do about 500 remote shows, we call them, where Bob Orvis, that's his division, and he sends people out to do these shows in different locations, or you can come here and do your workshop here. When I come and watch a show, I don't really watch the show that much, I watch the audience. And it is really nice to see a 6-year-old kid laughing at the same thing that an 85-year-old kid is laughing at. That's pretty rewarding. And we get to do a lot of charity work too, a lot of benefits. So there's a lot of shows here that we do. Independence First is right across the way, and we're doing a show for them coming up in July. And ovarian cancer does shows here, and things like that. So it's a pretty rewarding job. And I'd hate to see it end. So people better come and watch the shows so we don't have to stop. Because we're doing it for you, the people of Milwaukee, and you.
To 2 successful freezes. Garnering the last points of the game. It doesn't really matter, you're tied right now, so whoever has more. Your winners and champions of tonight's Comedy Sportz match are your Sparklers! And one final round of applause for your champion sparklers, Paul Stazak, Mark Redlick, and Dave Nelson. And the main man in the middle, the guy with the whistle, our king of comedy, Dave Foley!
Comedy Sportz is just another reason to explore Milwaukee, and Milwaukee is just another reason to explore your world. So tune in next week.
To educate people about what they're offering, and MATC is a sponsor of this event, hoping that students will see you might have a future. You know, do you have any thoughts on that?
Not really. I'm just looking to see what they have to offer.
Mm-hmm.